Hello, good morning people. I'm coming on today. I hope you're well. I'm Dino. I'm going to try and give you a bit of a comeback, a review or whatever of the Crystal Palace game and how I'm feeling about the club at the moment. Because I'm torn. I don't know what you're feeling. I assume you're all feeling the same as me. 1 minute you want to back, of course we want to back them. Anyone has a go at us, we're going to support ourselves and we're going to go against anyone that comes against Tottenham. But talking from Tottenham fan to Tottenham fan, I'm feeling embarrassed at the moment. I mean, like, you know, of course I feel great about the cup final. I'm over the moon about it, like most of you. But there also comes an element of embarrassment. But potentially could be the most useless club to ever win a trophy in the Premier League. So when we win a trophy, we have to have that little caveat next to our name. Because Tottenham can never do anything normal, so we can be proud of the club. And just in recent years, should I say, I'm talking about the performance against Crystal Palace. Let's just touch on that for a minute. What's an embarrassment? That was probably one of the. I think that was a conference. I don't know, like a conference third division team performance in level of quality. Palace should have been at 5, 6, 7-0 up in the first half. They were all over us. There's a couple of positives. Sonny coming back. Spence weren't too bad. Kinsley done some good things, even though they could potentially let in about 6 goals. That just tells you how bad our defence is. But we're a fucking joke. We're an absolute joke. What happened to professional pride? And I know, like, going at it, I know they're saying, oh, they weren't putting the effort in because of the cup final. But half those players know they're not going to play in it. Professional pride should come above anything. You got all those fans in that stadium paying the money to see that game, and then players are not putting the effort in. Who do they think they are? I just think it's a joke. They're an embarrassment. And then again, the next day, listen to all the. I mean, I know TalkSport and the rest of them all go against TalkSport, and Sky Sports go against Spurs anyway. We know that. Being a Spurs fan, you and I, we all know that we're always going to be ridiculed and gone against. But we don't have to fucking give them the ammunition to do it. Yet again, Ange Postecoglou shows that he can't motivate a team, can't organise a team in the Premier League. So yes, all that happiness for the weekend, and he gives a good speech and everything to make you feel good about him. What you guys got to try and do is separate what he is as a bloke to what his abilities are as a football manager. And I think that's the problem, mate, with most fans. They're all saying, oh, if he wins a tournament, does he stay on? Why is that even a question? Why is that even a fucking option? The geezer would have got us relegated this season if it wasn't for them 3 teams below us that are terrible. So no, there is no chance that geezer is going to manage our club after this. If he absolutely lucks his way into winning this trophy, which God, I hope we do, and I'll celebrate as much as anybody else will, I'll be over the moon. But like I've said 100 times on my videos and all my posts, and I'll stick by it. We shake his hand, he comes on the open top bus parade, we have a good celebration with him, and then we shake his hand and then move on. There's no way when that geezer's managing us next season. He's not capable of it. And these players, they're giving them excuses like about this professional pride. Like, what I'm saying is, when they're retired and you see them going these 5-a-side tournaments and things like that, and when they come across, because it suits their narrative then to be, oh, I'm a sportsman, that's what sportsmen like, they'll say, as soon as I cross that white line, that competitive spirit comes back into me and I want to win all the time. And they try and, because it suits their narrative to be that proper sportsman thing. But when they're still playing the game and it comes to a Crystal Palace game and there's something else to do, like the cup, and it gives them an excuse to wimp off, then we all go, oh, that's because they've got their mind on other things. So what happens to that competitive spirit that they're supposed to have, apparently, in them moments? When us fans are sitting around there and we've got to be embarrassed and now we're sitting 17th, rock bottom of the teams, above obviously the relegation zone, but who gives a shit about that? Them 3 are ridiculous. They're beyond terrible. But above them, it's us. And then you got the protest. I hope you fans are proud of yourselves. I hope you're proud of yourselves. I couldn't go because I had to visit someone in hospital. And I still was trying to organise I can get there and get to the hospital as well, but I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. It's the first process that I've missed. And I'm talking about right from the beginning, when I was going in the snow at the Tottenham training ground with Brian Daigle, and there was only about 30 of us, 40 of us at the most. But the process that Just for Spurs are doing, Change Spurs are doing, have really started to gain momentum against Levy. And it's not about the players. So all you Muppet fans that keep saying, we've got to get behind the foot players. We all do that. All those protests, we've gone and we've protested. And then we've gone in the stadium, supported the team. Because our thing is against the board and against Daniel fucking Levy. Not the players. Yes, the players, I get peed off of them because they don't put the right effort in. But that's a separate issue. But what we're protesting about is about where the club is going. And then because we get into the Champions League, Champions League, look at me, wishful thinking, into the Europa League final, all the people that have turned up before, they've all forgotten that. Do you know, and I used to hear like Stelios and a few of the others, I can't remember bloody names now, going on about how embarrassing our fan base is. And I said, you know what, it's to annoy me. And it's just, on a way, it's hurt me more than anything. But now I'm seeing what he's talking about. We deserve what we get. Every other fan base would be continuing to protest. They're not having this. I mean, look at the West Ham fans at one point. And I'm not saying I necessarily support that, but when their team was in a complete mess, their fans got on there and started attacking the director's box because it's their club. These owners come in, and I know they put the money in, and there's a certain amount of whose club is it, but when they go off, the fans are still there left. The fans are the ones that go to work next day and be taken a piss out by the other fans. It's them that feel it in their heart. But our fans, we get to a cup final and no, a few hundred turn up into the protests. Fuck, shame on you. Change of Tottenham have done so much work to try and organise this and make it all a lovely thing for the family to turn up to. So there's no nastiness, no good. They go to the club, they go through the police, they do all the right thing. And all I ask you to do, as a supposed Tottenham fan, that you always say you are, is just to turn up and just show the numbers. And even if you are there, it's about change. So it's not necessarily, if you don't think, oh, we still like Levy, we don't want Levy to go, but we don't like how certain things are aspects of the football team is happening. Like not buying the right players, not buying any fucking players, getting a third-rate manager when we tried about 4 or 5 and none of them wanted to come to us. Why is that? It's because of our owner, Daniel fucking Levy. So if in your opinion, you want Daniel Levy to stay and run in business side of things, I understand that. I don't particularly want that, but I would go with that, if I'm honest. But I want it to step aside from football-related decisions. That's my thing. So if you're the same, you might not be, I want Enoch out and think you're scared about other owners, but you want Levy to stay in doing the business stuff, but you want him away from the football side of things. That is what Change for Tottenham is about. It's across the board. So you need to turn up, show your face, make your voice heard. And again, I was listening to I don't know if you saw it on We Are Tottenham TV when we had Danny Kyriakos was on there, and there was a geezer from Africa or America, or wherever he was from, caning him because he left the game early. People were slagging him off because at one game it was so bad he left the match early. And yet yesterday, after the stadium were leaving because they weren't happy with what they was watching, but they didn't have the balls to turn up to the protest earlier because you've got to support the team. It's a joke, mate, and our fan base, most of them are a joke. They're all just happy clappers, and I've never said it before because when I'm at Tottenham, it's the one place I've always felt at home. I tell you that from now on, since I was a little kid, I still feel like I'm 5 or 6, probably a 6, 7, 8, that sort of age, walking along with my late dad, feeling like it's like one big family. And that's how it used to feel to me, and it still sort of feels like that to me with most of them. But the problem is now, it's half the stadium is full of people that they're not proper fans. They just want to go, oh, my team, I'm going to watch Tottenham, oh, they lost, never mind, go on my game. Well, some of us actually feel those losses. It hurts. Because that's what a proper fan is. And Daniel Levy's trying to get rid of us and get more of you in, because that's what he wants. Because you'll pay for the ticket, you'll go there, not worry about it, and go home. And that's all he does. He rakes in the cash. builds his fucking hotels, builds his business, brings in all the stuff, makes his business empire get bigger and bigger. Well, slowly but surely, Tottenham Hotspur Football Club shrinks and dies. Anyways, rent. I didn't expect to have a rent after feeling so good with the Europa League nonsense. To me, it feels like nonsense now, if I'm honest. Because if we win it, there's always going to be a caveat next to it. Like, look at the shit team. Look how bad they were and they won a trophy. How bad must that competition have been? Because that's what we're going to get. And we can say we don't care what they say, but we do. That's what being a fan's all about. And yeah, just fucking... I've just started seeing some of the... being the other day and watching how bad the turnout was. That annoyed me, the game. And it was just such a rubbish match. And a performance of just pathetic... energy and impetus. There was nothing at all. But anyway, I'm trying not to be, honestly, I'm not fucking negative about this football club, but you have to be. It brings it out of you. Well, I'm going to leave it there anyway, so I'm going to get on my work and try and fucking put this football club out of my head for a few hours if I can. Yeah, whatever. Please like, subscribe, leave some comments down below, because this is a very, I know this is a bit hot topic, and lots of people have different opinions. I don't want anything slagging down. Don't start abusing people in there. I had someone like to block the other day or get rid of his comments because he was starting getting abusive with someone. We don't need that. We're all humans. We've all got our own lives. We're passionate about our football club, but in the day, it is football. It's not our lives, is it? So, right. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. And got one more thing to say. Come on, you Spurs.